Hello again guys, a little while back you probably remember I made a video about this case for the OnePlus One. This is the TUDIA Omnix. Great case. I've actually been able to use it when I went on a run and it kept the phone nice and safe and secure. I didn't have to worry so much about dropping it at that point. But as I mentioned in my review, this is not the case for me. This is a bit of a tank and I was looking for more of a sedan. But fortunately, the guys over at TUDIA reached out to me through my email address and they said, sorry to hear that you didn't really have a great experience with the Omnix. Would you like to try out a couple of our other cases? And of course, you know I'm gonna say yes. But then these two cases showed up in the mail. These are the TUDIA Cygen and the TUDIA Ultra Slim Light TPU case. So you put the three different cases together and you've got all three different types of protection. So let's go ahead and start opening these up and take a look at them. Now I was given an option as far as colors and this is the one that I chose. This is a teal back and it is kind of semi-transparent. I thought that would be kind of interesting to see on the OnePlus One with the wooden back. So let's just go ahead and put this on, see how it looks, see how it fits and everything, and see how it feels. And that wasn't all that difficult to get on. Basically just put it over one end and then slip it over the other. And it feels like I've got a decent sort of minimalistic layer of protection at this point. The one thing I've always noticed with silicone cases though is right here in the middle you've got a little bit of give because it is all silicone. So do have to keep that in mind when you have this in your hand. It's going to have a little bit of give to it when you squeeze on it, but not bad. It doesn't feel like it's going to slip off or anything, and it does, like I say, provide a little bit of extra protection. Not a whole lot though. And I definitely don't mind the color. It's teal, but then you put the yellow of the wood, the bamboo on the back, makes it kind of a green color. Kind of like that. Now moving on, we've got the Cygen case. I will say I do kind of like the way they package these. It's very, very simple, and it comes in just an envelope. It's a case. It's supposed to be protection, so there's not really a whole lot of reason to pack protection in with it. I like the little design on the inside there. And the one that I picked of these was the white one. I'd read some places that some of them can be kind of slippery. This one definitely does have a glossy, kind of slippery finish, but I don't think it's gonna be a problem for me. The way my hands are kind of coated, I don't think it'll be a problem. Before I take this off, I should probably tell you, the buttons here, they don't have cutouts or anything. They're just recessed here, and let's see how they work. I'm able to use the volume buttons, absolutely no problem. You've got cutouts for your speakers and your micro USB here, as well as the microphone and 3.5mm headphone jack and camera and the little noise canceling microphone there. Everything here, you know, you can see all the cutouts look good. They're all the right sizes and shapes and everything. But let's go ahead and take this off. I need to charge the OnePlus One. And from what I read online, with this one, you don't want to take it apart. You just want to slide it in and work your way up, just like you do with the silicone case. Oh, that was nice. That went on very, very nice. Oh, I like the feel of that. Let's see how the buttons work out. It's saying that it's trying to turn my phone off, so something's not right. Okay, the volume buttons are working appropriately, no problem there. Alrighty, so I was getting a little bit tired of the phone complaining at me about the low battery warning, so I decided to go ahead and give it a little bit of time to charge. And so far, I'm still really liking this case. The volume buttons on the side are very clicky. They definitely get the job done. The power button does not really click. It sounds like it clicks. You probably can't hear that, but it does make a little bit of a click. And I did have to sort of wiggle it around and put it in, take it out a couple of times just to get it to fit quite right. But I'm loving the feel of this in the hand. It's definitely a little bit more protection than you get with the very thin TPU case. I do worry a little bit about the corners because it is just the same kind of material. I mean, it's a slightly thicker silicone-based material than this is. It's the same kind of material you'd have on the corners of the Omnix case, but it's not quite as thick of protection, so you sort of give and get with that. But yeah, of the three, I think this one's definitely my favorite. The white, I'm kind of curious to see how this is going to work whenever I wear it with jeans or something, if it's going to turn blue. The other thing I would like to test with both of these is just how well they fit in a pocket. All right, hopefully you guys appreciate this. I actually put pants on for you guys. So yeah, here is the same TUDIA Cygen case. I'm going to see how it fits in my traditional pants pocket. There you go. No problems there originally. I'm able to get it in and out very, very easily. I know that sounds terrible, but yeah, it's fitting both ways. It's not slipping, it's not sliding, it's not catching on the pocket or anything. Let's go ahead and try the Ultra Slim TPU case. So there we go, we've got the case back on the device. Let's see how this works in a pocket. Yeah. Now I am wearing man jeans, so they do, you know, the OnePlus does go all the way to the bottom of the pocket and just barely fits in there. But it does fit in very nicely. It's not sticking like I thought it would, and it's definitely a whole lot easier to deal with than the tank of a case the Omnix was. So either one of these would be definitely a good option for fitting into a pocket. As long as the OnePlus will fit into your pocket, this shouldn't make that big of a difference. And actually, the sort of a slick back on the back of this one might make it a little bit easier than this even, because this one does have a little bit, I won't say it has grippiness, but it does have a little bit more texture to it. Although between the two, just holding these in my hands, for whatever reason, this one sticks in my hand a little bit better. You know, this has a very slick white face on it, but I guess my hands are just more moist than a normal person's, so I'm not having any problem holding on to this or anything. Look, it's laying on my hand and it's not falling off. And anyway, one last thing, I was kind of curious to see how this phone with this case on it would fit into some of the docks that I normally use around the house. So let's go ahead and try all three of these with the Cygen case on it. This is the 3D printed tentacle dock that I made recently. If you want to see this being made, or if you want to see some more things about 3D printing, I'll have a link down below and there'll be a card and everything. But let's just see how it fits in there. Standing straight up, it will definitely fit in that little dock. It's not going to lean back like most other phones that I put in there. In the OnePlus One dock that I also printed out, I don't think it's going to fit in there at all because it was a bit of a tight fit before. Yeah, it's not even going to consider that. So do keep that in mind before trying to put this into a dock. And then a traditional sort of a car mount fits quite nicely in there, lots and lots of room. The one that I have in my car right now is a little bit bigger than that even, and it closes from the outside, so this won't be much of a problem. And switching back over to the TPU case to do the same thing, again, you've got a phone that'll stand up for the most part. It's not going to lean back that much, but having this little bit of silicone or TPU on it definitely gives it a little bit of extra grip to hold into this kind of a dock. Unfortunately, it's definitely not going to fit into the little OnePlus dock that I've got. This was just perfectly made to fit the OnePlus, so I wouldn't even think about that. And again, in the car mount, absolutely no problems there. So yeah, I'm gonna say thanks again to Tudia for sending these out. Definitely appreciate it. I'm not sure which of the two I'll end up going with on the OnePlus One for my daily driver. It might end up being this one, although again, that power button is just a little bit difficult to push. It's not that it makes it difficult to push, it's that it accidentally gets pushed a little bit too easily, because not just the button turns it on, this whole area, if you touch any of the silicone or the TPU, whichever it is, in this area, it turns the phone on. And that can be sort of bad, especially in a pocket, because it could very easily turn the phone off. But just to sort of demonstrate that real quick, the power button does have a little bit of a clickiness to it now, but if I push in other places, well, now it's not doing it. And never mind what I was saying earlier. Apparently, the last time I put it in here, I must have done something differently or something right, because now only the button is working. So this is just a perfect fit. So yeah, I might end up using this case as my primary. I might end up using the Slim Fit. I'll give it a consideration. I may end up coming back and doing a follow-up review on these just to let you know how they wear over the first few weeks. And again, thanks so much to Tudia for sending these out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to hit the like button down below the video if you like this video, and subscribe to receive more videos when they become available. And I will see you guys again next time.